Alright people, let's go ahead and now revise the chart of agriculture. Everyone over here, let's first go ahead and take a quick linking. People, in the chart of agriculture, we will be going ahead and covering all the entries which are relating to agriculture. Sir, agriculture ka exemption? Yes, Baba, whenever goods and services are being supplied by a person, supply can be interstate or intrastate, inter or intra. Sir, GST will be levied. Once GST is levied, it has to be collected and paid by a taxable person, but it is subject to exemption, and government has gone ahead and given lot of exemption for agriculture. Sir, why agriculture ke liye exemption is given? Because first of all, agriculture is the backbone of the country. Secondly, on agricultural item, most of the item which are being sold, there is no GST. So if agriculture related services pay, we are learning agriculture related services which are exempted. If agriculture related services pay, GST is being charged by the government, then Baba, anyways, output tax is not there for the agriculturist. He will not get the ITC. If it doesn't get the ITC, it will become part of his cost. If it becomes part of his cost, agricultural produce will become expensive, and hence government have made all its efforts to go ahead and make sure that whatever an agriculturist takes, the services, those are mostly exempted. Everyone over here now. So an agriculturist who is there, he will go ahead and take lot of services to do agriculture till the stage of going ahead and selling it off. So first agriculturist will go ahead and take land. He will take one agricultural land. He will go ahead and take tractor, laborers, all these are exempted. He will go ahead and do processes at the agricultural farm. He will go ahead and store in the warehouse, that is also exempted. Sir, then agricultural produce marketing committee will buy and sell his product. On that, the commission will be exempted from GST. Then loading, unloading will happen, transportation will happen. Government has gone ahead and given end-to-end support to agriculture. Let's go ahead and start with entry number 54, which goes ahead and says, if there are services which are given in relation to what? Cultivation of plant. So if anyone is going ahead and cultivating plants and there are services which he has gone ahead and taken, those services where GST will not come. They are telling cultivation of plant and rearing of all life form of animal. Basically what happens? Rearing of all life form of animal means you are growing animal. Cultivation of plant is done. Plants are being grown. Animals are also grown, but we don't go ahead and say cultivation of animal. We go ahead and give it a better name, saying rearing of life form of animal. Now, why does a person go ahead and do cultivation of plant and rearing of life form of animal? It can be for food. Plants are grown for food. Animals are also grown for food. Sir, fiber. What do you mean by fiber, everyone? For example, shipka, this textile fiber is there. This fiber which is there, wool, it's a fiber. Then, sir, fuel is there, or it can be raw material or any other similar product or agricultural produce. So anyone who is going ahead and taking, so anyone who is giving services in relation to cultivation of plant or rearing of life form of animal. So if I am a person, I am doing cultivation of plant or rearing of life form of animal, and somebody is going ahead and giving me services which are by way of what? Agricultural operation, directly or indirectly in relation to what? Directly in relation to production of agricultural produce. So if somebody has gone ahead and given me services which are directly in relation to production of agricultural produce, including cultivation, harvesting, threshing, plant protection and testing, then that services will be exempted. So if somebody has gone ahead and helped me in doing testing of the soil, that services, there will be no GST. Somebody has gone ahead and helped me with cultivation of plant, there will be no GST. Somebody has come and done fumigation, which is plant protection, then also there will be no GST because he is helping me in cultivation. Now, to do cultivation, you will go ahead and need laborers. So if you go ahead and take laborers, number one, agricultural operation related services, no GST. Secondly, if you go ahead and hire laborers, then also the labor contractor will not charge you any GST. Sir, to do the agriculture, I went ahead and took the land. So if anybody is going ahead and giving you land or giving you agricultural machine, renting of agro machine or vacant land with or without incidental structure, also there will be no GST. First of all, somebody went ahead and gave you this land with or without incidental structure, no GST. You bought this tractor pay no GST. Sir, you went ahead and not bought, you took it on rent, etc. Then there is no GST. Then you went ahead and told some laborers I want. Somebody supplied you farm laborer, he will not charge you GST. Then you did cultivation of plant. Now cultivation of plant related, if anybody gives you services, there will be no GST. Now everyone listen to me very carefully. Once the agriculture is done, then there will be processes which are done at agricultural farm like husking, dehusking, trending, pruning, cutting, drying, cleaning, fumigating, curing, sorting, grading, A graded item, B graded item, C graded item, all these services which you are going ahead and taking, cooling, bulk packing, etc. All these services which you go ahead and take, because of which the essential characteristic of the agricultural produce doesn't change, but it is just to make it marketable in the primary market, so that an agriculturist can go ahead and take it in the primary market. He is getting sorting done, he is getting grading done, so that he can take it to the primary market. Those services, if provided by someone, there will be no GST. Always remember, the services which you go ahead and take, services which you go ahead and take, which are going ahead and making agricultural produce remain agricultural produce, there will be no GST. But if you go ahead and take some services because of which agricultural produce becomes non-agricultural produce, then that services where GST will come. Are we clear, everyone? Now, if I go ahead and tell you agricultural produce, apple is an agricultural produce. If you go ahead and take any services with respect to cooling, bulk packing of apples, etc., there will be no GST. But if you go ahead and take services which is basically converting apple into appy, apple should remain apple, that service where GST will not come, because agricultural produce remains agricultural produce. But if apple becomes appy, gone baba, GST will come. Tomato remains tomato, then baba, that services which a person has given you, cooling, bulk packing, etc., GST will not come. But if a person has gone ahead and converted apple into appy or tomato into ketchup, chips, potato into chips, all these processes which are there, these services are taxable. Always remember, if agricultural produce remains agricultural produce, then that process pe GST will not come. But if a process results in agricultural produce becoming non-agricultural, then GST will come. For an example, apple remains apple, no GST. Apple becomes appy juice, then it is a non-agricultural produce. The process will be taxable. Are we clear, everyone? Potato is an agricultural produce. Chips are not agricultural produce. Tomato is agricultural produce. Ketchup is not agricultural produce. Coffee beans are agricultural produce. Processed coffee beans or powder is not agricultural produce. Paddy is what? Agricultural produce. Converting into rice is not agricultural produce. There was one circular also. Milling of paddy into rice is not a intermediate process, because intermediate process should result in agricultural produce remaining agricultural produce. Whenever milling of paddy is done into rice, that is always taxable, because it is not a intermediate process. Tea leaves are agricultural produce. Tea, which is that small powder or ball of tea, that is always that process of making tea to tea leaves to tea is not an agricultural process. Then sugarcane is agricultural produce. Jaggery is not an agricultural produce. Whole pulses are agricultural produce. Dehusked pulses, processed spices, processed dry fruit, biscuits are not agricultural produce. Always remember, everyone, processes which are at agricultural farm is an agricultural operation, and GST will not come. It's an agricultural process. However, it should remain agricultural produce, should remain agricultural produce. It should not be that agricultural produce became non-agricultural produce because of the process, then it will be taxable. Now, once you go ahead and do, supposingly you grew the crops, now you have gone ahead and done the intermediate process, will you go ahead and keep the goods just like that? No, you will go ahead and store it in a warehouse. Now, people who are going ahead and providing warehousing services, warehousing of agricultural produce or rice. Rice is not an agricultural produce, but if somebody is giving agricultural produce ka storage facility or rice ke liye storage facility, he will not go ahead and charge any GST. Warehousing of minor forest produce like tamarind, curry leaf, tendu patta, bamboo, honey, also people will not go ahead and charge any GST. Minor forest produce pay, storage services pay, GST will not come. But major forest produce like sandalwood, GST will come. Then warehousing of cereal, pulses, fruits, nuts, vegetable, spices, copra, sugarcane, jaggery is not an agricultural produce, but they are telling here that warehousing will be not taxable. Indigo basically, Baba, indigo is used in making jeans pant, etc. That indigo is the color of the jeans which you see, the indigo color, dark bluish color, that is basically made by that indigo. Indigo is a color which is used. Okay, everyone. Nowadays, jeans pants which are made by synthetic color, which is there. But in Japan and all, people still go ahead and make jeans pant with the help of that indigo, which is taken out from the plant. And per jeans pant cost you around 2 lakh rupees, 2.5 lakh rupees, which is there. Okay, everyone. $2,000, $3,000, etc. Can we go ahead, everyone? But that is the real indigo which is being used. Can we go ahead, everyone? Now, sir, unmanufactured tobacco. If somebody is going ahead and storing what? Unmanufactured tobacco, betel leaf, coffee, tea, etc., that person also will not go ahead and charge any GST. Always remember, warehousing of agricultural produce or rice or minor forest produce or cereal, pulses, spices, copra, sugarcane, jaggery, indigo, unmanufactured tobacco, also there will be no GST. Now, if somebody came and did fumigation in the warehouse where agricultural produce is being stored, that person who is doing the fumigation also will not go ahead and charge any GST. Now, agricultural produce is lying in the warehouse. You will not let it rot in the warehouse. You will have to go ahead and sell it. For selling will come the agricultural produce marketing committee or board. They will go ahead and sell your agricultural produce and charge you some commission. On their commission also they will not go ahead and charge any GST. Services by agricultural produce marketing board or commission agent under the agricultural produce marketing committee agent who are there, their services of selling or buying of agricultural produce also there will be no GST. Once they have gone ahead and sold your agricultural produce, it will be loaded in a truck and it will be sent. Always remember, loading, unloading, packing, storage of agricultural produce or rice is also exempted. Now you will go ahead and load it in a truck and it will be transported. Transportation of agricultural produce or rice by goods transport agency, rail or vessel is also exempted from GST. Right, everyone? Always remember one thing, if agricultural extension services are given, basically providing training or new knowledge to agriculturists about agriculture, how to do agricultural practices, then that services which are provided of giving training to the agriculturists, also GST will not come because it is known as agricultural extension services. Now, services by way of artificial insemination of livestock except horses will also be taxable. No, it will be exempted. Livestock ka artificial insemination, basically going ahead and breeding livestock. So supposingly one cow is there, going ahead and breeding the cow to go ahead and get more babies, they are going ahead and telling artificial insemination is exempted. Of livestock only, horses is always taxable. Then, sir, entry number 57, services by way of pre-cooling, ripening, waxing, retail packing, labeling of fruits and vegetables, which basically do not alter the essential character. Fruits and vegetable remains fruits and vegetable. Apple ka waxing is done, apple remains apple only, then sir, it is always exempted. Can I go ahead, everyone? Services by NCCD, which is under the Ministry of Agriculture, National Cold Chain Development Authority, which is there, where they are going ahead and doing what? Sir, they are going ahead and giving about the cold chain, which is basically how to take your apples from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. If they are going ahead and giving all these knowledges, they will not go ahead and charge any GST. Now, entry number 10A says services by way of electricity distribution utility by way of construction, erection, commissioning, installation of infrastructure for extending electricity distribution network up to the tube well of the farmer or agriculture for agricultural use. Agriculture went and told, supposingly your BESCOM, that sir, can you go ahead and construct one pillar and provide me electricity till my tube well? Now, if they go ahead and provide electricity, they will go ahead and charge some amount for construction of the pole, wire, etc. Now, for that amount, whatever they are going ahead and charging, on that there will be no GST, because they are going ahead and distributing the electricity distribution network up to the tube well of the farmer for farmer ka agricultural use. Then, sir, there I have gone ahead and given some cultivation on rearing of all life form of animal kind. Example, sir, breeding of fish is rearing of life form of animal. They are growing fish for food. Sir, rearing of silkworm, baba silkworm cocoons, when they are grown for what? Silk. Then, sir, we have horticulture, etc. That is also cultivation of plant and rearing of life form of animal only. Can I go ahead, everyone? Now, if you go ahead and see over here, on the left hand side, we have small entry, which is entry number 55. If you go ahead and carry out any intermediate process whatever intermediate processes are there. For an example, if any intermediate processes are being undertaken at an agricultural farm, there is no GST. I went ahead and told some job worker to come and do it for me. That job worker also will not go ahead and charge any GST. Intermediate process as job work in relation to cultivation of plant and rearing of all life form of animal except horses will also be exempted. Always remember one thing, everyone. Always remember one thing. If it is horses, horses are always commercial in nature and it will always be taxable. I hope everyone got it. Yes, sir, we are all clear. Here I will go ahead and close my sweet and short chart relating to agriculture. Always remember one thing, agriculture pay there is no, agricultural goods pay there is no GST, and hence government provides all the support to an agriculturist so that he can go ahead and get the cost down, because he will not get the ITC. Government says whenever services are provided to an agriculturist for cultivation of plant and rearing of life form of animal, most of the services government have gone ahead and exempted. Here I will go ahead and close my chart on agriculture related services. Right, everyone? Yes, sir, we all got it. Congratulations, people. Bye, guys.